So, welcome everyone. Welcome to our channel Millenialz Checklist. Now, we're going to talk about a few things, mainly our own values and how each of us sees our values and how they change through time and through this channel. Do you have something to add?
Yes, we will be unfiltered. We'll be raw.
Without profanity, of course.
Without profanity. Mostly.
Yeah, if something happens, but we will try to make it kids friendly. Nah, that would be wrong.
Family
That
friendly.
wouldn't be us.
Family friendly.
Yeah, family friendly. Yes, we'll be family friendly. Family friendly.
Family friendly. We are drinking tea. On the first podcast, we are drinking tea.
On our first episode, yes.
So welcome to talk with Chris and Zach.
We do hope you will like it.
Yes. Join the army.
Join us now and do not regret it later.
Yes.
Okay, so we would like to talk about a lot of stuff. Something will be about dating, something will be about our own lives.
Destiny.
Yes, destiny. How we see the world around us and how we impact the world. Of course, there will be some reviews, I hope.
We hope.
Yes. Some whiskeys, beer or something. We will see. It is all work in progress.
Maybe drills.
What kind of drills?
Tools. Pliers. Drills.
Oh, we're
Saws.
going to DIY now. Okay. Yeah, sure. We could do that. I mean, we are, you're at the beginning of a millennial cycle.
And you're in the middle of millennial cycle.
Kind of in the middle, yes. We're different ages, so we see the world a bit differently, and it will be interesting to see how where we see the same and where we see different.
Yes.
Because we don't have to agree on anything here. We may agree, we may not agree. We may go completely different ways. Hopefully we will not get mad at each other and go our separate ways. That has not yet happened.
That's modern thing. In my time, it wasn't such a thing. We would fight and everything would be okay after the fight.
What, then we would make out?
No.
Make up?
No. No.
Oh, each of us would go home, think about it, and we would agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree and be friends again.
Yes.
That is a very important
Being
concept
friends.
for today's world. Be friends again. Talk with each other. Block option is the worst option that is ever invented. In my time, you couldn't block anyone.
I would like to say your time was before internet and
No,
computer, but that would not be true.
There is no such age difference between us. It's few years because we had computer, we had internet, but it was mostly early forums.
And person-to-person connections, right?
ICQ, MSN, person-to-person connections, early forums, and early Usenet.
Oh, come
Okay,
on.
not
Even
so-
I know about the MSN. I'm not that young.
You know.
I used that. I used Facebook.
MSN was after ICQ, so I am
I
one.
don't know about that.
ICQ. It was better, but okay, ICQ had block option, but there days people wouldn't use it so often.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
all the forums have block options. You can always block users, but those were usually toxic
Yes,
users.
but there is something different between forums then and forums now, because forums then was online meeting, but every online meeting was very fast transferred to live. So the forum guys and forum crew organized meetups, events, and
live meetings.
the live meetings, and every forum had once a week, be it gaming forum, tools forum, do-it-yourself forum, was once a week meeting live. So and we are a small town, so you couldn't block anyone because you see them and you solve the problem that you have. Not block. I personally never ever didn't block anyone. I would tell you made me dead, fuck off, but not block. It is lame option to silence someone, not telling them what is wrong.
Yes, that mentally scar them, do not block them, mentally scar them.
No, mentally scar, no, but you must tell. Communication is essential skill in our time.
Communication is still the key, come on. Though people do not know how to use it effectively and don't talk truthfully to others. That is true.
Yes, but people today, they don't know if they are a boy or a girl. Oh, politically incorrect.
Politically incorrect.
Yes. People today, they don't know anything. They don't know what they like, what they dislike. They don't have strong opinions like people in my time.
But strong opinions nowadays insult people.
Yes, because they are weak.
Now I'll cheer to that.
Cheers to that. You know what? Because there is in that time there is survival skills was needed. And social survival needed even more. So we wouldn't block each other. We will confront politely, not confront with politely confront if something happens. Because today, when you take the statistics and you ask, okay, every other guy or girl or friend or girlfriend has been blocked somewhere, but most people don't even know why are they blocked on social media or something like that. Because one day everything is okay and the other day you are blocked. That wasn't the spirit of our times, because early forums, okay, maybe someone pulled the block option, maybe, but
it was a measure of last resort.
Measure of last resort, and before that block, he would tell what he finds inappropriate and why he would pull the block from Arsenal.
On someone.
And today, okay, I didn't block anyone because I'm old school, but I'm also blocked on Facebook from people I don't know why I'm even blocked. I didn't even have communication with them. So you know someone, you don't communicate with 6 months with someone, and you wrote a comment below some news portal, and you find yourself blocked because the person XY saws your comment on some freaking news site, saws your comment, and he's triggered. And he blocks you, you didn't even know. Because one guy...
But is it today even from your own peers or...
From...
or from everyone?
From everyone, because, okay, I have a friend that is heavy into plane condensation theories, conspiracy theories, and I didn't even talk with him about plane condensation theories, but he's heavy invested in that. And I have commented on mainstream weather forecast channel because I'm outdoorsman, I'm mountaineer, I'm alpinist, I'm
survivalist.
Okay, I sail during the whole summer, so I watch mainstream weather forecast. and he saw on Facebook that I comment on mainstream weather forecast, and a few times he tells there is no weather, there are planes that make up the weather, and okay, I didn't even agree or disagree, but I told him, yes, but I need real-time weather forecast. I need the size of the waves when I'm on the sea. I need the wind direction, wind strength when I'm on the mountain. Okay, few months later, I'm blocked because I triggered him. I didn't even disagree or agree with his theory, but I found out that I was blocked. So that is the spirit of today. In the old times,
Okay.
I would know why I'm blocked, because someone would say, in the old times, it was not a block that was option. It was that was called flame wars. People would fight over the internet, flame with each other, and that was called flame wars. Yes, flame wars. Good times. Oof, good times.
Yeah, I haven't participated in any of those. Though I have been blocked a few times.
And
For certain reasons.
Okay, but do you know why? Or for most,
Yes, for those I know why.
Okay.
For those I know
I
why.
suppose you wouldn't talk about that on podcast.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Maybe later at some point.
Okay, I was blocked
But
because
I also did block some people for certain reasons.
if you would ask me, I would tell you, do not block people for certain reasons. Tell them what is wrong, and they will never. It is better to make the people themselves never contact you without block. That is skill. That is social survival skill.
Well, that actually did happen,
but you're still blocked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
It was a chapter that needed to be closed.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes that happens. For some things I do consider it an okay option. It's not a perfect solution. Far from that. But it is an okay option for some certain stuff. For say closure or something.
Yes,
like that.
yes, it is okay option, but I agree. And I'm emotional with you on that. I'm sorry that you've been blocked, but today people resort to that option almost too easily. That is the problem.
Yes.
The ease
it should be a last resort after a lot of conversation.
Because we can pull up Stoicism, Stoic philosophy here.
Yes.
You cannot be triggered by outside things. So when someone
No. Actually, you can be triggered by outside things. The skill is not to let it bother you and let it pass.
Okay, but many people are triggered when people write in the comments, I can't stay silent on this topic. This topic controls them. You must write a comment on social network only if you have expression of yourself. Mm-hmm. You cannot write comment if you cannot help yourself. That is.
Or if you're citing someone else.
Or if you
are citing someone else.
Maybe.
If it's not your own words.
Okay, but comment.
It's not your own opinion.
Yes, but comment. I think that comments on social networks or someone else post. When I see someone post something I disagree, I don't comment. First, no one ever changed someone's opinion over the social networks. It didn't happen.
Come on, you can hardly change someone's opinion live.
Live, 50-50. No, 50-50. But if
you're live, then you can read someone's emotions, see if they're triggered, how they react to your words and to your expressions. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
But over the internet, you just have words. Okay, there is some kind of a bon ton on it,
Yes.
where you should write caps, no caps. Should you?
Okay, but
Okay, people flame a lot when you put punctuation at the end of a sentence.
I have a friend very good. Yes, people. Okay.
But yeah, those are minor things. The point is that at the end of the day, when you see words on the screen, you're not seeing the person at all. You're seeing words and you think how they are reacting.
I have a very good friend. Hello, Mario. If you are watching this, he says that the best option to communicate was over the letters. Post office.
Oh.
Because to write a letter, you need to think, you need to save paper, you need to sleep over it because you cannot compulsively send email, but you must go other day in the post and buy a stamp and send a letter. So that is maybe how through letters one should have communication that changes something. In live communication, you can change something if you're persuasive enough and you know enough about subject and you reasonably argue about that and the other person accepts. But over the internet, no one has ever changed. So most useful things on the internet, because there is always, is internet useful, is internet damaging to people, blah, blah, blah. Always that discussion. Internet is useful for how to do it yourself things. Internet is useful for how things work. Internet is useful if you want to solve problems. But that is negatively. Internet in the last decade became social field. Nothing how to do it yourself, nothing social field where people argue with themselves and no one can ever change others' opinion in that fast arguing over the comments. No one ever. And the giant corporations are only making money on that. People from my time, so we are a few years only apart, but people from my time, they didn't allow corporations to make money of themselves.
I see. You do comment a lot.
Where?
On the social media.
Yes.
You're very invested in it, let's say, like that.
Yes.
On the other hand, I mostly scroll.
But
though I try to limit even that.
But I do not.
It's kind of pointless to me.
Yes, but I do not comment. But I do not comment because I'm triggered. I comment a lot because I'm expressing, I'm having fun. Because most of my comments are about forecast, you know that. You see that.
Okay. Yeah, but still, when is it just fun and when do you start getting invested in the topic?
Never. You should never be invested in comments. You should be 100% distant from comments and write only if you are having coffee and waiting in some line and having fun. And you see that in comments because they are laughable. Okay. My comments are always about the weather and my parallel dimension. You don't know about the parallel dimension.
I think you haven't told me about that one.
I will tell you.
You will tell me, yes.
Yes, I will tell you.
We have to do that.
I can tell you now.
Well, I'm all ears now.
Because people today, they are so, okay, I do ice baths. I do ice baths before Wim Hof made the book.
Mainstream.
Yes, I saw Wim Hof on one forum about 2010, 2011, 2012. So yes, I do ice baths. I do cold winter exposure, and I don't recommend it to anyone if you do not hear the call from inside to do something like that. But
you will never see me do that.
Nah, you did that in the cold pool when we have swimming.
That's not the same.
Yes, it is the same because it was cold and your first and the pool was 14, 15 degrees Celsius, and that is okay for the first ice bath, because temperature when you are at Adriatic Sea over the summer, temperatures are 22, 23, 25 on a very hot days, temperature of the sea.
28, 29, come on.
Come on, when?
Last summer.
28.
Yeah, it was 28.
Where?
29. Oh, where I go to sea.
No, in Istria it wasn't 28.
Yeah, it was. Come on, it
25 max. 25 max.
was. Depends on how shallow it is.
Okay, if you are sitting in shallow, okay, I agree with him, shallow, 28. Okay, but you see,
Forget about the camera.
yes, in the sea you and you went from 20. Okay, let's say
Yes.
middle.
Yes, okay.
You went from 22 to 22, 23, 24, 25 degrees to 15, 14 degrees. That is good.
That's
That is good
just-
for the first time.
That's a big leap.
That is big leap. And you didn't have history of cold showers. That is preparation for that. You didn't have history of Wim Hof breathing. That is also preparation for
Okay,
that.
cold showers are way worse than going into a tub of cold water. Because the water is constantly moving. In
Yes.
the same way as when you have a hot tub, say if you fill a jacuzzi or a tub with say 55, 60 degrees water,
Yes.
it will be way worse standing under the shower of it at the same temperature than bathing in it fully submerged.
I agree.
Why? Because you get used to the temperature.
I
It's
completely
not
agree.
running, it's still.
Completely agree. When we had discussion of ice bathing, I always tell that by my personal experience and my preparation. So there is people that cold shower is okay with them, but cold lake or cold river isn't okay with them. So that is individual. But for me, I completely agree. Cold lake or cold the river is and full submersion is much easier than cold shower. Maybe it's psychological, because when you are in shower, you get in shower after a hard working day and you expect warm water, something like that. Or I didn't think about that. Maybe it's psychological, but to me, I very much prefer to expose myself and submerge myself in frozen lake over the winter when there are minus temperatures, but cold shower is always somewhat challenging. I'm okay with it, but it's always somewhat challenging. But cold lake, freezing lake is to me it's completely enjoyable when you have the right mindset, because people think that ice bathing is yes, you are bathing in ice and blah blah blah, but there are days when you hear the call of freezing ice and the days when you are not so okay, stress, job, something like that, and you're not so okay and you cannot expose yourself to cold. But on the most days I really enjoy fully submerging on most days. But stressful days, I like hot spa, warm spa, sauna.
Give me warm water over cold every day of the week.
Okay, but for example, you have
Those are our differences. Come on.
yes, okay,
That's it.
yeah, but you have spas where you have sauna, you have cold plunge pool. That is small pool, shallow, deep but shallow pool, and it is very cold. You go into spa, you go to hot sauna, and you go to cold pool, and you combine those two things. That is also okay.
Yep, that's also okay. But I think we've moved on a bit too far from the topic previously mentioned.
No, put us back on the topic.
It kind of went all over the place now.
Yes.
So
Pull us back.
we were talking about you commenting on the internet.
Yes, I comment about
Yes.
weather.
Yes, you comment about stuff. On the other hand, I do not actually comment on stuff.
Yes, I know.
It is, I'm mostly, then again, okay, I do not even read news, which is strange to some people, I must say.
Yes,
But you do have, one has its own channels of getting information. But mostly what I find nowadays on the internet, and why I don't comment or just kind of scroll over everything, is that most of the topics are pretty depressing. And I try to keep out of the depressing stuff. I try to look at the positive, to see where the most positive things are. And in that way, I don't even want to bother with people commenting on, I don't know, what was important recently. Okay, like on the Russian-Ukrainian war. Okay, that's the topic everyone knows. Like, oh, yeah. Russia invaded Ukraine. Ukraine is fighting back. It's okay. They need to fight back for their own country. But why make a war over the internet when all you're doing is posting comments? Because that's the only thing you're doing.
Because
you're not actually making any difference.
Yes, that is what we talked a few minutes before. Because corporations make money on clicks and comments, and they use tragedies. No matter if it's war, tornado, war, bad weather, power outages, the media...
They need to get their ratings up, I know.
Yes, and they make money. But people of all time, you see, what is different? People now, they have real names on internet. In all times, internet was full of scammers.
Pseudonyms.
Yes, people would laugh when someone make their real name. That's how nickname was born. Because on the old Usenet news groups, nobody ever write in their own name, because it was such an...
People weren't trusting the internet at that point.
People's were. Yes, only that. People. It isn't any reason nobody needed to hide, but people didn't trust the internet. So today, internet is much safer. Okay, today are much more scammers, but in the old times,
it's different scammers.
Different scammers in the old times. In the old times, internet was expensive, and internet was on the phone line, over the phone line. So and that was heavy expensive. And when scammers got to someone's name and address and blah blah blah, they could go to post and I don't know a better term, but take over the line, and the guy with real name pays
will get bills for their internet.
Yes,
use.
Because it was expensive. Today, internet is almost free. Everybody have flat internet. I have flat internet over the phone. 4G, I don't even use it. Come on. I have flat internet, and my monthly traffic is 4 or 5 gigabytes.
Yes. You don't use your phone for stuff.
Yes. I use my drill. I use my pliers. Tools. You cannot put a nail in the wall with a phone. Maybe you can.
Oh, no, come on. Depends on the case.
Nokia 3310. You could. That was a hammer.
Yes. That was a good phone.
That was a good phone.
Good plastic.
Good plastic. You could.
That was before recycling. Come on, man.
Yes,
that's recycling.
But you could. But that was a rival phone. You could put a nail with that phone. You could use that phone as a hammer. You could use that phone in self-defense. You could play the snake.
You can. Snake was good.
Snake was good.
Well, you can do that with this phone as well.
Ah,
Mostly once.
you see,
Try to do it twice, and
Yes.
it will be interesting.
but how
But
times?
it depends. There are some cases that claim you can actually nail something to the wall, and actually there are some with some kind of diamond thingy at the end. You can actually cut glass.
Yeah,
It's mostly a gimmick, I think.
gimmick.
Gimmick.
Why would you need to cut glass? And if you
With
really
your
need,
phone.
yes, but if you really need to cut glass, you need clean cut, you need tools, you need that for something. You need to make circle if you are making a table. So that is gimmick.
Hey, if you're making a square table, you just need a line.
But the edge would be hard if you cut the glass in that way. You need to polish. You need to
Yeah, that's true. You need to have it finalized.
yes.
No more half products, right?
Yes. And in the old days, it was all about battery time. 5 days, 7 days, 10 days battery. But today, everybody charges once a day, minimally.
Yeah, once a day. Come on, you have to be reachable.
Yes, but do we really have so much more information? So I had all the informations I need in the early 2000s. Internet was over the phone line. There was no flat internet. We would connect to internet over the modem, and I would have all the informations that are now mainstream. We would all have them. Forums, someone would tell you, and the quality of information is the same, basically the same. So today
There's no. You have to still go to specific sites to find something really specific.
yes, but in the old
Okay,
times,
though then again, one thing has changed, and that is that you have YouTube videos for everything. If
Yes,
it's not
but-
on YouTube or Google, it does not exist.
yes, but paradigm changed from the old times, because in the old times you had Usenet, that was news groups. I don't know if you remember this time or not.
I haven't used that.
Okay, that is
actually.
news group, and every news group has its thematics. Philosophy, cars, religion, sci-fi, movies, tools, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to ask something about something, you wanted to ask something about cars, you didn't. The paradigm was different. Mosquito in winter.
Yeah, I saw it.
No, leave it. So the paradigm changed because then you go to the car group and you write, I need help with that, and everybody answered. So okay, we have today that kind of philosophy on forums, but there are many forums. Every country has 10 big car forums, and the guys that know really their stuff are on this forum, on that forum. Okay, someone is on 3 forums at a time. But when you had Usenet, you had one group, one domestic, one outside of your country, and everything was there. You could get all the information you needed. Early 19s.
Yeah, you could, but what I found from those forums and news groups, is that usually if you posted a question, it got lost. If it wasn't answered, it got lost. Because if there was a conversation, say, and the conversation ends and you post your question, and if somebody posts another question, if nobody answers your question, your question would be skipped and forgotten.
Yes.
Because it's just so much info. And if you wanted to go, okay, say, I need to change
Oil filter.
oil filter on my car. Okay, how do I change my oil filter? There would, if somebody else answered it before, they would say, okay, it's up in the previous conversation. Go look it up. Then you spend like 4 hours scrolling upwards to see if it's there. Question is if you will find it.
Yes, but that is...
Yeah, those are some of the minuses. I'm not saying it's all bad. Those are some of the minuses. There are positive stuff when you can have a constructive conversation. If there are people willing to have it.
Yes, but today this is also a problem. When someone starts a YouTube channel, first few months everything is great. Comment in the section below what do you want to hear, many new topics. But when the channel is out for 5 years and the channel talks about cars, for example, and you cannot find over the channel something that you need, and you ask in the comments, okay, where I can find how to change the oil filter, someone would say it was this was already there. Look at the old
Go
look it up in the old videos.
Okay,
so that is the problem today.
That's okay, but then usually people do refurbish old stuff. So you make you revisit the old topics.
Yes, but
which in the video perspective makes you more videos.
Okay.
Usually with better quality.
Yes.
Because you have moved on from the first ones.
Yes.
And you have more experience.
Yes.
You're better used to the camera, which we are not.
But that revisiting that is made only by the smart channels. Not
if
every
the channel survives that long.
Yes, not every channel is that smart. There are many channels that are dying because they don't revisit their stuff, because someone lost an expression. And if you have channel that you want to grow, you don't need to pull new people in. You need to revisit old posts, old talks, and the people will watch it again because of new energy, something new. That is the...
Well, you do change after some time, through the years, yes?
Yes.
Your opinion now will not be maybe the same opinion you have in a year or two.
Yes, everything is subject to refinement.
And change.
And change. Refinement. So change, we are bombarded with change, everything flows, but no, I disagree, I strongly disagree on that. Life is a mix of refinement and constant discipline. Because you see...
you mean stability and...
And refinement. That is much more precise than change, because if you have change, what do you have?
You're implying if you change, you're not the one who you were before. If you refine,
you are
still the one from before with minor tweaks.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay, that's a good point.
Thank you.
Very good point.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's a very good point.
Because life needs discipline, stability. For example, sports. If you want to succeed in sports, you don't need to change your training every few days. That is the error that most people today are doing. You need, Bruce Lee said, fear the guy, I'm paraphrasing, fear the guy that's practiced one move 100 times, not a guy that practiced 100 moves. Once. Fear the guy that practiced one move 100 times. So if you want to succeed in sport, you need constant discipline, stability. You need training, at least 3 to 6 months of the same training regimen to see if it brings success or not, and then you modify something. But
You keep what works and
yes.
change what doesn't.
running is staple for training for centuries. Okay, and you have the running intensity, but running is the staple. And why change if something works? So you only refine it. Stability is needed for today's world, not change. Refinement.
Stability and refinement.
Yes. That is my opinion.
Well, I agree with that one. I think I have nothing to add on this, do I?
Yes, do you want to hear about parallel dimensions then? Or other time? Other time.
Maybe we should leave it for...
No, it is a joke.
The
It's
next.
not, okay, we could, if people wanted to hear that, write it in the comments below.
Come on. We will
But
open
it
the
is-
comments? I thought it would be closed. Who needs comments? Come on, man.
But let's monetize the clicks. See? What is the difference?
Okay.
Okay, old school people. They tell you,
Work hard.
Work
and
hard.
You will succeed.
and you will succeed. Today, they will tell you this and that and blah blah blah, but the essence is not there. Essence is yes, comments below, clicks, we'll make more videos if people like it.
Subscriptions, right?
Subscriptions,
Always subscribe.
always subscribe, because we will be,
Motivated to make some
No.
more videos.
yes, we would never repeat ourselves, but we will refine and we will
Refurbish.
refurbish.
And this is where we leave you today. Thanks and come back again.
Thank you.